where do ideas come from, first of all? So how to come up with a startup or business ideas in the first place? There are a few ways. One, unique insights. Work in a particular space or field long enough to gain a unique insight into something that is a constant issue, complaint, or an improvement opportunity. It would especially help if you are knowledgeable and experienced in said field, as this would yield you unique insights that may be not obvious to others, serving as your natural competitive advantage of sorts. You can also tinker or work on personal side projects such as open source software or something else, depending on your field. These may surprise you, sometimes turning into legitimate businesses as you make them publicly accessible and they grow through word of mouth. Many such examples exist. Um, Two, playing to your strengths. Sort of a similar to the above, but throw in your unique skill set, not just domain knowledge, into the mix. What are you good at? I don't necessarily mean software engineering, but maybe you're, say, a realtor with a high level of both knowledge of the real estate market and expertise in pre construction condo sales. Maybe you worked at Walmart and know retail pretty well, plus have a decent level of knowledge in inventory management as a result, and so on. You'll be able to spot opportunities in the market that you might be able to address using your skills better than any outsider. Especially so if you combine your skills with a co-founder skill set to supercharge that insight. Say in the above two examples, you could find a software engineer to partner up with and get a solid mobile or enterprise app to the market together. Whereas individually, you wouldn't be able to either spot this opportunity or develop a product that addresses it in the best way possible. That's the beauty of teaming up with people. Three, extrapolation. Reflect carefully and painstakingly on what your own pains and challenges are, or a problem you've personally encountered now or in the past. Then validate whether more people like you have them too. Think of your day-to-day activities, hobbies, studies, past and present, jobs, and professional experiences. What upsets or challenges you on a daily basis? Maybe there's something you always wish existed, and you can see other people wanting that too. See, you're someone's target customer, complete with market needs and problems that can be addressed in a novel way. The only challenge is that the sample size is very small and you're just a single individual. So again, make sure to validate this more broadly. Four, market feedback. Just talk to people in a target market that you suspect might have some kind of an issue you can solve. Yeah, just ask them. You might start noticing a pattern, which is a great sign that this is a problem that is widespread and obvious to your target market. A slightly worse scenario is when you have to kind of nudge them in that direction, but then they passionately agree with you. So that's not bad either. Just a sign you'd probably need to try a bit harder in your go-to-market efforts. A small pro tip here is to look for emotionally charged language, words like love, hate, and so on. These usually mean you've really hit a jackpot in terms of how acute the issue is. You can use industry reports on the topic if that's a thing in this market to validate your hunch further, but I don't recommend relying solely on these reports either. That said, you can use this method in reverse. Identify a potential market pain through reading industry specific materials, then validate it with the actual potential target customers. Just don't push them too much or be too directional with your questions. People will often have a tendency to agree with you just to get you off their backs quicker. Five, copycat. Okay, so this doesn't sound great, but is a very legitimate and kind of a de-risked way to come up with sort of pre-validated ideas, and it's very simple conceptually. Look at what's already on the market. Again, especially in your area of domain knowledge or expertise, and spot opportunities to improve on that product or something similar to it. maybe even something that you can integrate with an existing product, such as a laser-focused solution with an emphasis on just one feature. As a bonus, this would usually position you well for getting acquired by the said larger company very quickly, but we'll talk about that later. Most products out there aren't perfect, and opportunities for what's referred to as a better mousetrap exist. Um, Five, I think it's around five or six. Brute force. Sit down and just think about it. This is usually the least efficient method, but in my experience, you can improve your hit rate and creativity by browsing through existing, quickly growing startups and noticing patterns to riff off of. Reading about technology, societal, and other emerging trends, and finding ways in which they interject with one another.